Welcome everyone to another outfit of the day try-on review. Today I am going to be wearing a outfit that I just threw together, and I wanted to review the tights that I'll be wearing. These are from a company called, or they used to be called, Comfilon. They were a company, or they are a company that makes and markets tights for men. I was curious how these tights would be compared to normal tights, and one of the selling points that they had was they had what was called a convenience crotch. I kind of giggled at this idea because, not sure about you, but when I go to use the restroom, I don't usually use the Y-front flappy thing. I just lower my undies and do my business and pull everything back up, and that's it. But this was, I think, a marketing ploy to lure men into thinking, oh, these have got to be for men because they've got this thing, and men, you know, there's a stigma about men wearing tights, and it still exists, and it's silly. So this pair is from that company. The company now goes by the name of Activeskin, I believe, and I believe they still sell these particular tights. They sell sheer pantyhose. They sell sheer body stockings, for crying out loud. And it's a very bold venture into selling hosiery for men. Pantyhose. Basically, they are pantyhose, is what they are. They're pantyhose with an extra panel on the front, which has a cut in it, an opening for nature's business. I'm going to leave it at that. Comfort-wise, they're not bad. They're pretty comfortable. They're also pretty resilient. At least this pair is. I've had this pair of tights for years. I cannot remember how old these are. I got these when the company was still called Comfilon. You can sort of see the panel. It's just a double seam thing, and then there's this little flap here for things. And, well, it's to be able to do thing, you know, go to the bathroom. I'm sorry, that's how it is. And they just have a regular seam on the back. The material of these is kind of a rough cottony version. I don't know how else to describe it, and when I put these on I will demonstrate an issue that there is with this material. All tights made of this material have the same problem. So to put them on is no different than putting on a regular pair of pantyhose. They are essentially just tights with that extra seam, or that extra center section on the front. So you just pull them on like a regular pair. Just work them on like that. They're not too tight. They are they're actually really easy to put on compared to the lace pantyhose that I demonstrated not too long ago. Alright, so an issue with this material is it will pick up every single piece of lint that it can. And this pair is no different. They have little pock marks and spots of lint and cat hair, and any little thing just gets caught in this material. Also, this material is kind of splotchy because it's giving out. I think this pair probably has 2 more wearings, maybe 3, before they're done. But they've held up pretty good. I had to sew in 1 inch on the waistband because the waistband kind of gave away. But I've kept them going for quite a while. I've worn them for just a lot of things. Today's no different. Alright, so put the rest on. It's, like I said, it's basically the same thing as putting on a pair of pantyhose. You just work them up carefully. without putting too much stress on them. Before you put them on, make sure you've moisturized your legs with moisturizer of some sort. And okay, and then I'll pull the waistband up. Yeah, like I said, the waistband is kind of giving way. It's pretty good about around the belly button area, just a little higher with this pair. Okay, now that's them on. They have kind of a control top division right about here. It looks like it's just a tad bit thicker, but not that much thicker. I don't really notice them at all. Because these are so worn, they kind of, they can twist, but that's about the only issue I have with these tights. The fact they're marketed for men is actually is really cool. I like the fact they're marketed for men because I like more guys to actually give it a shot. Because it's not that, your manhood is not going to fall off if you wear feminine things. And you might actually like it. Okay, so for the rest of the outfit, I have this thing. This is a leather dress. It's a leather front zip, kind of a mid-sleeved leather dress. When I saw it in the thrift store, I was like, this can be interesting, and I often pair it with this top. So yeah, you put it on, basically, you put it on like a coat, just like that, and you zip up the front. Let me turn around, drop this thing, and I will just put the zipper on. There we go. So yeah, it's kind of like a, see, it's kind of like, it's a front zip coat, for lack of a better term. And I usually zip it up about to here, so you can see the lace on my top. And then I pull this zipper partially open, not just for looks, but because it's kind of a restrictive outfit. It has no give at all. It's not really tight on me. I'm sure on some people it would be quite tight. So, for the shoes, I will be wearing my Converse-like Demonia boots, Demonia side zip boots. And following this, I'm going to get my jewelry. Oh, actually, before I do that, I'm going to put on these. It's got little buttons here, so I'll just go ahead and button those. Sometimes it's fiddly. There we go. And for my arms, I'm going to be wearing these studded bracelets that are basically, they were spiked bracelets back in the day, but I wore them to a Marduk concert, and my friend that I was going with said it kind of changed the rules. You can't really wear spikes at concerts anymore. And I was like, oh, okay. So I just took these semi-spiked bracelets, took a hammer to them, and smashed down the points so they're round. I was let into a concert with these. A Marduk concert years ago. Alright, for my waist I'm going to be wearing this belt, this very ubiquitous belt. You've seen me in this many times. Alright. Hair clips aren't holding as they should. Alright, so let's see. I'm not going to have the camera up that high. There we go. Alright, so on my neck I'm going to have my choker. don't have my dragon ring. My head. My hat. And to complete this leather outfit, I'm going to be wearing a leather overcoat. Not going to be wearing it all the time. I mean, you know, when I don't need a coat, I will be not having this silly coat on. Alright. So there's the outfit. Actually, I'm going to take the coat off so you can see how the back. Actually, you already saw the back, didn't you? But that's the back. It's got kind of a vent. But if it didn't have a vent, it'd be really hard to move in this dress. So there's that. Alright. And then, so that's my outfit. You can see I've got some fairly fancy makeup. And I have my dragon pennant and crosshair rings. So that is my outfit of the day, and I hope you enjoyed. Please leave comments down below, and have some requests for outfits. I will probably be doing some more cat suits, definitely more leggings, different brands, different styles, and that sort of thing. So that is it. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.